What's going on, everybody? It's Jesse. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. Hope everybody was safe. We had a pretty good time. Unfortunately, Zoe was a little sick during the weekend, but we were still able to do some stuff. I was able to go back out to the Rooster Refuge Farm and help Maya and Noah and them do some more stuff out there. And
What?
yeah, that's what you'll meet them soon. But yeah, so today it's a beautiful day. We got a couple things we need to take care of. Got a couple of low limbs over in the goat pen chicken area that we need to cut down. I don't like ducking underneath them, and plus that tree, you can see this big one right here. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but right there, not too long ago, it decided it wanted to crack and break, and had to trim up a bunch of limbs off of that too. So got a couple low ones. I don't want them breaking and falling on one of the goats or falling on the chickens, so need to cut them. Just got back from town. So I did just get back from Tractor Supply, picked up some goat food, and also picked up a new little feeder scoop, and it tells me it's got pounds on it. That way I can do a better job of keeping track of how much I'm feeding them, and so when we get bulk feed, make sure the prices, I'm not spending too much or getting too much food. I mean, it's only 2 goats, so it shouldn't be too bad. We've been doing pretty good so far with just going to Tractor Supply as we need it. Well, the hornworms have found their way to my pepper, so I'm gonna grab some tongs and I'll pull him off. It'd be nice to be able to buy bulk, so I don't have to go every month or every couple weeks to Tractor Supply to get it. I can order in bulk. It'd be right here for the whole year. I want to do the same thing with the chickens, so pretty much doing the same thing with keeping track of how much we're feeding them, how much they're eating, how much a bag costs, things like that, because we do buy organic, so it's hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to find that around here, and if I can get it in bulk, I can pretty much guarantee that I have it all throughout the year. Yeah, he is not happy. Squeezing them. So let's take them to the chickens. Give them a nice little treat. Yeah, get them. So yeah, the whole purpose of doing this is so we can be a lot more self-sustaining and not have to rely so much on going to the grocery store multiple times or going to the feed store to get stuff. Like to be able to house as much on the property as possible, so that way, you know, it limits us how much gas we have to spend, or it's easier to keep track of what we have so that we don't run out. So we're able to harvest our bell pepper. It's nice. It's got, ooh, man, oh, that smells so good. I do love the way bell peppers smell, I really do. Our other plant, right next to it, she's got some on her right there, about three or four of them actually, and some more blooms on. And there's some more blooms on it. These hornworms have been just on these 2 plants have literally found, since that one video when we found 4, we have probably found about 5 or 6 more, and then there was that one big one on the pepper plant, which
I'm gonna check out.
smells so good. But I just read that they'll get on peppers and potatoes and stuff like that. So I'm glad I looked. I saw one of the little stems had gotten eaten, so I started looking and found that big guy. So, but yeah, they've been all over this one. Luckily, they haven't been on my hanging one yet. But of course, I'm still watching and keep an eye out for those. We got this cute little bean, little sweet bean. I call him Jim. Zoe's funny. Of course, I called him Jim Bean. Haha. Get it? Sorry. I hope y'all like my glasses today too. I love these things, but I couldn't find any of my other glasses, so I threw these on. It's quite sunny outside. But this little bean plant has produced 1 bean so far, and it's cute. So I named him Jim, and Zoe doesn't understand why I named it, but it's just funny. All right, so let's go get the pole saw and cut down those couple limbs. So over the weekend, Chastity decided that she not only was she gonna spend time with my grandma and learn how to make her cream corn, which is amazing, she also whipped out the Magnolia Table book from Joanna Gaines and decided she was gonna make biscuits from scratch, and that was our dinner. And so she made biscuits. I had some venison sausage in the freezer, got that out, and then we made some, hold on.
Can I play the sprinkle ball?
Not just yet, almost. So I got the sausage out, and we decided to also make some gravy, sausage gravy from scratch. Had biscuits and gravy. So good. So I had some of that this morning too. When I got up, I couldn't resist. But yeah, that woman, I love the fact that she wants to learn how to do some stuff, do things from scratch. She's made biscuits before, a different recipe, and this one was pretty good too. And but yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, this one right here, that's one of the low limbs. I'm not gonna cut the whole limb off because that's just too much for me to do right now. All I have right now is one of those pole saws. So I'm gonna cut pieces of it off so it's not as heavy. And then there's a couple of pieces right here that I'm cut off for the same thing, just so it's not, so that the limbs aren't as heavy, and that way it's less risk of them falling. You can tell that once I cut them, they lightened up, and so grab that limb and take it to the other side of the fence like the other one. I might have a couple more that I'll trim up and clip, just because it'll still be hitting me in the head. All right, you can see it's a lot clearer over there. There's actually, I went a little overboard too on some of them. I trimmed some limbs off, and then there was a limb that was rubbing up against the top of the barn that I cut off too. So, but hey, it's all in good fun, right? And I hate that stupid pole saw. Quite warm out here now. Yeah, so whew, changing the ducks water so they can splash around and play. Another fun thing we did yesterday, we actually went fishing in the pond. Took the kids fishing. Zoe was feeling better, so I took them fishing, and she caught a couple brim. So I did video a little bit of it. Something funny that happened whenever we were fishing. So I got my rod out and I was fishing a little bit and cast over to this little wooded area. Ended up catching a bass, and he wrapped himself around a limb root that was sticking up, so snapped my line. And I wasn't just gonna let him, well, he was outside the water just trying to breathe and stuff, so I wasn't just gonna let him die. So I hiked my pants up and went wading in the water to unhook this fish. Zoe was over there talking in the background. She's like, it's just a fish, what are you doing? But I mean, the truth is, it is just a fish, but the fact is I didn't want it to suffer. I did end up finding us some wild blackberries right here on the edge of the property where we had the fence underneath these big pine trees and stuff. So they've actually been producing some good stuff. You can see got some pretty good ones on there. It's producing more than that one I got up there, but it's still fun and nice. It's still nice to be able to find some fruit, ripe, pick them, eat them. So good. But yeah, so hey, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. We'll catch you in the next one.